Southampton 2, Arsenal 1, kicked out the FA Cup, rightly so. I'm going to say the better team won on the night. We didn't play that well. If your name's Max Diamond, you can look away now. You don't need to listen to none of this. You played amazing. I said you should have played in this game. I said you should have played in the Carabao Cup final, and I wasn't wrong. You, my friend, are ready to play at Arsenal FC. Not him out of AK, almost won him out of my club. Martinelli, dog, just nothing going forward. Again, as per. Just can't rely on these players. Jesus, horrible. What did Jesus do all game? Please someone tell me. Havertz spent more time on the floor, as usual. I keep saying this. I've said it over and over again. Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli, and Odegaard. These four players, and Trossard even. You can throw Trossard in there as well. These players are not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. I've said it over and over, and I'll keep on saying it again and again and again and again. We can't rely on them. Odegaard started the game well. I give him that. But what did he create? Really and truly, there's no assist, no goal. It doesn't matter. You can have 5 minutes and do well. You can have 10 minutes and do well. And I believe he came into the game with a bullet up his arse, thinking he wants his place back because Eze's been actually in form and apart from the injury. So yeah, of course he's going to play well. And that's probably the best he's played all season. He still didn't produce a goal, still didn't produce an assist. So what we're really saying, not good enough. Kai Havertz, yes, he got the assist for the goal. Gyökeres, I feel like he goes down way too easy when he could stay on his feet and probably create more. It's just not good enough, man. But look, first goal came, Ben White misjudged the ball. I wouldn't say it happens, but don't really see it at Arsenal's defence. But it happens. He probably should have just stayed on his feet and wouldn't have been a goal. But yeah, boom. They had a few chances. I think they hit the bar. Kepa was... Between Kepa, Mosquera and Ben White, shocking at the back. And the crazy thing to me is, so Ben White's messed up that opportunity and given them the goal. Mosquera's giving the ball away when he's trying to give it to Gabriel. But they take off Lewis Skelly. He gave the ball away, but it wasn't detrimental. And it's like, I think Arteta just hates Lewis Skelly. But yeah, no one did, like, our man of the match, definitely Max Diamond. And their man of the match, the guy who played on the left, was his name Sienna or something. Little baller. First time I've seen him play, actually. I've watched Southampton play once this season. I'm not going to pretend that I do. But yeah, proper baller. And then the Gyökeres came on, obviously, got the goal, the equaliser. And we started to turn the second half around and play okay until Gabriel went off, who, fingers crossed, is okay. But yeah, I feel like I've said it in the last few videos. If we're going to play this side, the second team, like with Norgard and everyone else, they need to play minutes, bro. There's no point trying to throw them in when we've got injuries. This team should have played in the last game in the FA Cup and in the Carabao Cup final. If they'd have played against City, this team might have had a better cohesion between them. There was no cohesion, and only in the second half, the beginning of the second half, they came out and looked okay. Madueke looked like Bambi on ice. He was all over the place, running the ball off for a goal kick as usual, beating his man and cutting back and giving his man another chance to take the ball off him. I don't know what these men are practicing. Because how is a 16-year-old running the show? How is a 16-year-old our main threat going forward? How is a 16-year-old the best player at Arsenal Football Club? Top of the league, Champions League, FA Cup. How? All credit to Max Diamond though. All credit. Like, loved watching him play. I think he was doing really well. Even draw the Manning to get the yellow card in the first half. Wasn't scared to take him on, go inside or on the outside or put the ball free. Wasn't scared to do anything and try and make things happen constantly. And that's what we're lacking with the other players hugely. Gyökeres came on, done okay with the lack of service. Jesus does what he does all the time, drops deep, and then when we do get the ball, he's nowhere to be seen. We've seen this over and over and over and over again. I would have played Andre Henus up front personally, because at least he's new, he's fresh, and he's young, and he's probably quite fearless like Max. But yeah, we're at the FA Cup. That's it. Southampton are through. Chelsea beat Port Vale 7-0. Liverpool lost 4-0 to Man City. But like I said, man, look, I think it's okay. When we was losing 1-0, I said, you know what, I'm prepared for us to go out. We've got Champions League games. We've got a big game against Bournemouth, big game against Sporting Lisbon. We've got to win those games, and we've got City. So really and truly, we need to win the Premier League and focus on Champions League, which we've never won before. FA Cup, we've won the most of them. But like, if you take this, if you put this into context of if the season finishes and we've only won the FA Cup, which Arsenal fan is happy? Who's happy with just the FA Cup? No one's going to be happy with just the FA Cup. Let's be real. There's going to be fans that are going to say Arteta out, sacked a lot of them. It's not good enough, etc., etc., etc. Whereas if we just win the league this season, we'll say yeah, fine. If we just win the Champions League, most people will say 99% will say yep, beautiful. Never won it before. It's the creme de la creme. The Premier League's the bread and butter, but the Champions League's the creme de la creme. If we just win the FA Cup, to me that's a failure. So we were at the FA Cup, we lost 2-1 to Southampton away. Boom, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm not, it's the FA Cup, man. I want the Premier League, Champions League this season, so I'm not going to lose sleep. Boom. Let's go again. We play Sported on Tuesday, evening kickoff. That's the main focus. Locked in now. But one thing I want to address is the playing. It's like we're trying to scrape a win every game now. We're playing badly every game. Okay, I'm getting used to it, especially when I'm at home watching it. I mean, I feel for the fans that travel to Southampton because it's not down the road. It's a bit of a trek, and to stand up in them stands and be watching that, it shouldn't be happening, really and truly. Championship side, we should see a performance. I mean, we've had spits and spells, but all too often now we're seeing bad performances. Whether we win or lose, the performance is not great. And I'm not going to say it's going to catch up with us, but you can't keep getting away with it. And we're not getting away with it. We saw that against Man City in the Carabao Cup. When I was at Wembley, I was looking around and some people had their heads in their laps. Some people was on their phone. It was awful to watch. Tonight, not a great performance at all. We need players to step up, and they're not stepping up. They're not showing that they're cut above the rest, and they're going to take us to win that title. And it's almost like if we were to lose against Bournemouth, it wouldn't actually be a shock because of how we've been playing recently. And I didn't want to say that, but it's the reality. If we lose to Bournemouth on Saturday, it's actually not going to be a shock. It's just a reality of how we've been playing in the last 4 or 5 games, how we set up against teams, the slow attacks, the passing around the defence, the midfield not creating anything going forward. Between Rice and Zubimendi, I feel like there's just none. There's nothing there. Great defending, but going forward, nothing there to bring other players in. And we're really starting to struggle. So it's going to be a shock if we do win the Premier and Champions League because we played so badly. So badly. But look, man, I'd rather be in our position than Chelsea winning 7-0 against Port Vale, because they're 7-0. Their next game, the previous game before that, didn't they lose? Was it 5-2 against PSG? Or 5-3? So their season's crazy. You know, Liverpool lost 4-0 today. Salah looked like a ghost. Salah was a ghost, actually. Shocking, missed penalty. Missed the 1-on-1. And this has been going on for years. How Liverpool get these chances? How often do you see Gyökeres of a one-on-one with a keeper? We don't see it because we don't break quick enough to even get a one-on-one. But you saw how clinical we finished today. Great finish from Gyökeres. But yeah, man, look, 2-1 to Southampton. We're at the FA Cup. Do what you want with that information. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Tuesday, Champions League, Lisbon. Let's go.